Hello, welcome back to Pantheon of the Geeks. Today you'll join us for an unboxing video of genestealers. So I've got most of the genestealer cult new stuff here. It was an impulse buy. No, because I've got most of the old stuff, so I thought I'd get the new stuff as well.
And you did get some vouchers for Christmas.
I had vouchers for Christmas, and it's been a while since I've bought anything from Games Workshop. And they do interest me, and I need to get them ready for later in the year whenever the Sisters of Battle come out and Claire needs someone to fight. So we have, as I said, most of the releases here. We've got the Jackal Alphas. We have the Atalan Jackals. Oh, these are awesome. Okay. And then we have the we've got four of the characters. We've got the Nexos, the Locos, we've got the Sanctus, and the awesome looking Magus, female Magus.
Cool.
Yeah, I do. I saw this. This was the model I thought, yeah, I need to keep getting some genestealers because that's awesome.
Yeah.
I've also got the Codex. I've just took the. I didn't realise there was another thing with this. I just took the wrapper off
to have a read.
to have a quick look at it, see if I've missed anything. But that is the Codex. It comes with these ambush markers and an 9-inch ruler, which is quite handy because that's the deep strike range, and it's just quite handy to have a ruler. But all these tokens are your ambush tokens. You could easily use any tokens you've got lying around, but the fact they give you them with it, that's good. Right, so might do the book at the end. May as well.
Okay.
I don't do the book at the beginning.
Whatever you said at the end.
We'll do it at the end. Do it at the end. Have a quick look at the book at the end. Have a quick flick through it. Once we've got all the models together. It's just where to start with the models. So we have a bunch of single characters and a box set. So I'm thinking box set because I really want to see what these bags look like. So we'll start with the Atalan Jackals, and there is the box art on the back. This guy's cool because it looks like he's got two versions of his head. We've got one with like a full mining space helmet going on, and then you've got one without.
Cool.
I'll be going for the full mining space helmet. I think it looks awesome. So let's get these open.
So someone's been very excited.
Yeah, I kept looking at these last week. We didn't pre-order them, as I said, it was an impulse buy. Normally, in the past, we've pre-ordered stuff like this, so I know exactly what's coming out. But as I said, in my previous videos, we've both been ill. We haven't been out anywhere for like 3 weeks, other than to crawl back to work. So we have our one sprue, many things on. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 bag bases, and we have one larger base. We have the second sprue though, looking good, and there's some folklore instructions.
What we're going for?
It's like a long time since we've done this. Right, okay, so we'll start at the very beginning.
At number 1?
At number 1, which is actually 37 and 36.
No, you just said number 1, we're starting at number 1.
1A, 37 and 36.
Oh, that's not starting at the beginning then, is it? That's starting halfway through.
Well, I didn't write these instructions. That's all I'm saying. So we'll get the parts 37, 36, 39. We'll get we'll actually get the next parts off as well. We'll get parts. So these look like they're optional. Yeah, so you've got 4 different bikes. It looks like you're going to be building them all the same way, to be honest. So you can pick whichever one you want for your leader. We've got 23, 24, 25 and 26. We'll get them all off and then I'll have a look and see which one I think is more leadery. If that's a thing. And we'll also get, because it's literally one part 22 off, which is the front wheel. So we'll come back with those parts off and we'll see you in a second. Alright guys, so we have part 36, part 37. They go together really easily. There's a moon shaped, well, a crescent shaped half moon, I don't know. It goes on there. So it puts the bike at an angle, so it's actually like he's doing a wheelie. Next off we have the handlebars, which again, quite straightforward. They're going to go on there like that. Just going to knock a character off. Never mind.
Didn't like them.
Then it's a case of choosing which of the lights we want. So we have a double light, which is pretty good. We have another double light. There. We have a single light with like almost like a shield part. And we have like an over industrialised single light there as well. So I'm not sure which is more like a leader. They're all cool in their own way.
Probably the one with the shield on, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go with that one. So that will attach to the front of this, like so. And then onto that, we'll have part 22, which is the wheel. That one goes, looks like it goes that way around. Yep, seems to fit in. So we'll attach those parts. Then next up we have parts 40 and 41, which are the front and back of the body. And we have the rider's legs, which is part 38. And those two are just going to go together like that. And then like that. And I probably will be leaving the body separate. I'll have a look, see how easy it looks like to paint when we get to that bit. But I'll let you know when we come back in a second. Okay, so I put him on his base. So that's essentially where we're up to. The next page, you can either turn this into a jackal or the leader. It's going to be the leader. At which point you choose one of the 6 heads, which is 74 to 79. I've chosen 78, which is that one with the goggles on, which is actually the one in the picture. I just thought it looked the coolest. And then you've got a choice of weapons, which is checked in the codex as well. So we've got a bolt pistol, power axe, and an auto gun. I'm going to go with the power axe. Again, it's on the picture anyway, but I think it looks the coolest. So there we go. We also have this saddlebag, which isn't mentioned anywhere, but just suddenly does appear on the instructions. This is part
69.
69. There you go. There's no corresponding part to it on here, or on this side.
It just appears.
It just appears on the bike. That will go that way up, and it'll be going on that little tab there. Oops, you see on the opposite side there is like a little line that's going to attach onto the bike, go on there, and that's just a case of putting the guy's head in, which is just a socketed head, and I'm putting his arm on, which again is just going to go on. So I'll come back with the finished model and then we can make a start on Jackal number 2. So there we go, all together. I made the choice to stick him on the bike simply because the way he stood, I can get it most of the detail. There's actually only the parts where the legs are going to meet the bike that you're not going to be able to. I don't know if you heard that then, there was some sound effect going with that. A bike went past just as I was talking. The camera might not have picked that up. But yeah, I can get the brush into all those parts really. It's not a concern for me. If you wanted to, you could easily just not attach him. So you'd have this arm you'd have to paint, because obviously it's holding on to the bike anyway. And you paint the body bit separate. And I'm just going to stick him straight onto the base as you saw there. Which I'm going to do with all my other genestealers. At the moment they're all blue tacked on because I was going to use sort of industrial bases. But for cost and just time, I'm just going to stick them on and just do what I normally do with the base and just give them some texturising. So there we go. So that's the first one done. Now we're on to the second, which is part 29, part 27, part 28, and then one of the bike fronts fairings that we haven't used. And then we've got part 22, with must be a universal part number, which is the front wheel. And then we need body parts 31, 30 and 32, which will bring us to this point. We need to pick another head from the same selection that we haven't used, and then we can pick some weapons. I'll have a look at the weapons that we can choose from and see which ones I want. Probably the shotgun or the power pick. Well, the other options are an auto pistol, but I'm always more of a shotgun or a power pick kind of person. So we'll be back in a moment. So there we go. You can see I went with the hammer, or pick in this case. I think the shotguns and the picks look equally good for different reasons. But because I've gone with the leader with the axe, I'm going to keep the whole squad with wielding close combat weapons into combat. I mean, in the book it does say that they can pick 2 weapons. So imagine you've got a holster there for the auto pistol, or you could put the shotgun on and say that they've got the pick on the bike or something. You can do it either way, really. Start from sliding around. So we'll move on to the next model. For that we need part 48 and 47 and 50, and then we're picking one of the fairings we haven't used already and another 22 on the bike. The body is part 51, 52 and 49. And then again we have 3 weapons to choose from: a shotgun, auto pistol or a power hammer in this case. So I'll probably be sticking with the close combat theme and going with a hammer, I think. Even though the shotgun does look awesome. So, and then we'll just pick one of the heads that's remaining. So we're back with this finished model. Okay, so there we have. Sorry, I apologise for my coughing. We have the next biker there, which I believe is female from the frame. Yeah, or is very live male. I'm not sure.
So is that me with a power hammer?
Well, if you're a genestealer, yes, and shaved your head and had some bony ridges on there.
Oh. That's how I drive as well.
That would be how you drive. There we go. Very cool. Next up, 48, 47 and 50. The last of the bike fairings, number 22 for the wheel. It looks like another female.
It's the same one. I think we're on the wrong page.
Somebody's been faffing around with the book. I turned that over. I wondered why that was all sounding familiar.
So it says there.
56, 57, 59. The last of the fairings, part 22. And then we have 61, 60 and 58. Which I can't tell from that. You'll have to let me know.
What?
Whether it's female or not.
I can't tell. I don't think it is.
Okay.
It might
I just think it should be more female models, especially like the Megas and stuff.
You've got a grenade launcher on this one.
Grenade launcher it is.
So your parts.
Oh, have you got them off?
Yep.
Oh, there we go. You see, you
See,
could have a look and you could just tell me then. You're just being difficult.
Of course I am. I'm a woman. I'd like to be difficult.
Oops. Trying to find out. How do you sex a genestealer? That's this question. Could be actually.
Well, it'd be the body. The body.
It looks like
it would be the body.
It looks more form-fitting, if you will, than normal.
Yeah.
And the legs are a bit thinner as well, not as
Bulky.
fatty as the male legs.
Okay, so it's another woman then.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sisters doing it for themselves.
No, yeah, when the sisters are battle.
Well, yeah, when the sisters are about to come out, that'd be, yeah. Come on, sisters!
So on the Las Vegas Open, they did preview one.
I know, that was
awesome.
The iconograph or something, I can't remember what they're called these days.
Got this head. Is that the last of the heads?
Yeah, there are more,
And
but that one just looked the coolest.
I don't think any of the heads really look feminine or male because they're all bald and they've all got face masks and goggles on. So at this scale, you wouldn't be able to tell. And there's the grenade launcher. It's kind of a very sort of Terminator 2S sort of grenade launcher. I do like that. Right, so let's get this last one together and then we can move on to the quad bike. So as many of you will have been screaming at the camera, there are different heads for the female riders, which also tells you which ones are the female riders. So 80, 81, 82 and 83. There we go. See.
And Claire didn't read that.
I didn't read that either, to be fair. We're both out of practice and both still recovering from being ill. So we've gone with the head 80 on the grenade launcher one there, and because it wasn't set, I was able to take the head off the other one and replace it with one of the
81.
others. 81, is it?
Yeah.
So definitely both female riders. There we go, which is awesome. Should be more women in cults. That's what I say. What? No, don't ask. Right. So we also have the satchels, which it mentioned earlier in the instructions, but didn't actually mention. 69 was the one we used. There are actually many to choose from. We have ones with power picks and demolition charges, cultist knives, and we've got 4 standard ones there. The power pick and the shotgun one actually are reversed for some reason in the instructions, just a misprint I imagine. Doesn't really make much difference. You can easily tell which is which, one being a shotgun and one being a power pick. And then I'm also going to go for the demolition charge. I'm going to stick those 3 on to the other bike, which I haven't already got them. Ideally I wish I'd kind of seen that sooner because I probably would have given the lead of the shotgun, but there we go. That's why I should really read through the whole instructions rather than just take them page by page like we normally do. But there we go. So I'm going to stick these 3 on and then I'll be back. I'll show you the bikes and then we'll move on to the wolf quad. Okay, so we're back. We're going to look at all the bikes. Obviously that was the first one with the satchel on. We've gone with the demo charge on this guy. She's got the shotgun. That's cool. And then we have power pick with a grenade launcher. So they've all got close combat weapons. They've all got power weapons, which is quite cool. I feel they're more close combat. So I'll probably just say they've got shotguns as well, all holstered. So they'll have shotguns and because you can pick 2 weapons. So.
Oh right, okay. So nasty.
So the shotguns are all holstered on the bikes, and they've all got the picks and such like in their hands, apart from the grenade launcher, which is awesome. So I love these bikes, by the way. They look amazing. I've always had a thing for miniature bikes. The nearest I got was with Project Z, with the biker gang.
Oh yeah.
There we go. So we're on to the wolf quad now, which is part 1 and 2. Part 3, which is the under part, if you will. So part 1 and 2. It looks like these 2 just go together. Yeah, that's simple enough. Part 3 goes underneath, and that's got the axles on there. So that looks like the front. I would say, I'd guess. But it goes that way around. Ah, that's why. Yeah, so on the axles themselves we have these parts that attach to the suspension. I don't know what the correct term for that is. It probably is suspension, but it's probably, on a bike it's probably got, I don't know, like pistons really, but they're not. They are suspension parts. They're going to go on there. And then next up we have
Part 4.
Part 4, which is the sort of the
Main body,
the over chassis of the. It's going to go on there. I haven't glued any of this. It's sticking together. It's not a clip part kit either. We've got part 5, which is the bars on the front and the lights. That's going to connect onto there. Then we have the wheels, of which there are 4, being a quad, and they all just go on. I don't think there's any particular way they go on. They're all part 6. So yeah, they're just going to go on there. Then we have part 14 and part 11. Part 14 being the part of some arm mechanism, which probably has the weapon on. And then part 11 being the handlebars. So we'll get it up to this part and then we shall return. Okay, so there we have the majority of what we just saw. I've left the back arm off because I wanted to have a look how it joined onto things. So we have 3 weapons that come along with this. We've got an incinerator, we've got the mining laser, and we've got a heavy stubber. This will be glued onto there, like so. Once that's in place and secure, you then have 3 options. Now we've got the mining laser. As you can see, the fitting is this sort of L-shaped circle. And I'll just test fitting that, and that is pretty solid. So try the other 2. Yep. And yep. Okay, so the other part of this is this little nodule on the back. We have heavy stubber weapons. We have also like chargers for the laser, and we have fuel tanks for the incinerator. That will sit on there. So what I propose to do, I was going to magnetise this. I don't see the point because these are really well fitted. If you didn't trust it, you could always put a small magnet in there. You could also cut this bit off, put a magnet in there, and then magnetise these on as well. I think that's pretty secure. I hope that's pretty secure. So with the mining laser, for example, that's what it would look like. I'm going to glue this arm on, so it doesn't do that. But I'm not going to glue the rest. I'm going to leave them freestanding. I'm not even going to bother magnetising them because I don't think they need it. So I'm going to glue this arm on, and as a placeholder, I'll probably put the mining laser on. I imagine it's that or the incinerator I'm probably going to use. But if Claire's going to read out the parts.
Parts for
The weapons.
So for the incinerator, it's 19 and 18. Mining laser is 20 and 21. And for the heavy stubber, it's 17, 15 and 16.
So the heavy stubber is 2 parts, which is this bit here and this bit here.
Yeah.
So that's just going to slide on there and be glued onto that. So we'll glue the ammo on. And then onto the rider, which is
parts 8, 9 and 7. And then we've got 13, which is an improvised weapon, or 12, which is a blasting charges.
So what? Improvised weapon or blasting charges. They come with blasting charges anyway, as standard.
You're going to go with the wrench?
Yeah, because it looks cool. Just imagine this guy just going along with some Mac with a wrench.
Okay.
Everyone else has got close combat weapons in their hands. It would seem a shame not to do the same.
And then you've got a choice of heads, or you can use the full front and visor.
I want the mining helmet.
Mining helmet.
I saw that. It's one of the reasons that I really like this model. So, have you got those parts?
Yes, I have. So we've got 8 and 9.
Yep.
7, 13, and mining helmet, which is part 10.
So this guy's got this massive thing behind his head, a bit like the other heavy weapon carriers from the neophytes, is it? Or acolyte? Neophytes.
Neophytes.
Yeah, the ones that have got mining lasers. So he's got the same sort of thing. But we do have the full helmet. Which way does it go? That way. So that groove there is going to go over the voice box or whatever that is. Nice.
I think it makes it a bit more eerie having this.
Yeah,
The fact
'cause
that
you
you can't see the face and having something like that coming towards you.
It's the best way to hide as well if you're a genestealer.
Well, yeah.
Part of the cult.
He's obviously been watching too much Doctor Who.
Yeah, the impossible astronaut.
Yeah.
He is the impossible astronaut. He definitely his legs.
Part 7, yeah.
There's no other legs, is there?
No other legs, those are his only legs. Do they not fit in?
Not very well. Unless I'm just missing the join or something. Let's have a look. No, we have to figure this out and I'll come back in a second. There we go. Tell them how to practice. I was trying to put them on the wrong way around. Don't even know anatomy anymore. No, there's a bit of sprue stuck on there. Stopped it when I put it that way, so I thought it was the other way, and then I got stuck in a loop. It's like when you put a USB in,
and then you turn it round, and then you turn it again.
Turn it back the other way, and it goes in. Like, why didn't it work the first time? Right.
Was it you that was telling me about something about the 2 times that you try it kind of thing?
Oh yeah, there's some evil god that's the god of the trying the. I can't remember what he's called now, but of USBs.
Yeah, you try it once, it doesn't work. You turn it round.
It's a ritual you got to do. Right, so craziness aside, we're gonna put him on there. Again, you could leave him off to paint. I'm quite happy to try and paint around that. The weapon's not going to be on, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'll be able to get to the back of him and everything. If the weapon was on, I'd probably leave him off, paint him. So let's glue the arm on, glue him on. And I'll put one of the weapons on, and I'll be back and have a look at them. I'll also put them on the base as well. Is there any additional things?
I don't know.
Let's have a look. No, it's just that there. So we're back in a second with the finished model. So there we go. There is the finished set. Put the incinerator on. It's staying on. So the gun's not glued, and neither's the part on the back. That's pretty solid. I'm quite happy with that as a connection anyway. There we go. Saves me finding some magnets, even though I did actually buy some magnets just in case. The magnets I was going to use were the Zinj Industry magnets. I got 3x1 and 2x1. It would have been one of those fittings I would have thought would have been the nearest. If you do want to use magnets, I reckon probably 2x1 for the part on the back, and then maybe the 3x1 for actually attaching the weapon to the arm. But there we go. These look awesome. I'm glad I've got them.
They do look nice. Yeah. They look very nice models.
Might be a while till we see them in battle, but when you do see them, they will be painted.
Ooh.
Probably going to follow the cult of the 4-armed emperor. I think that's how I painted them last time. And I'm just probably going to follow the same colour scheme. I'll have to get really radical and repaint everything. Because only half of my genestealer stuff is actually painted anyway. So it's possible.
And at that point, was there only that one out that I seem to remember? There wasn't.
There was a couple of variations.
There seems to be more in the book.
There is more in the book, but we'll get to that later on. So next, I think we'll move on to we'll complete the bikes first, I think. We'll move on to the Jackal Alphas. Jackal Alphas, I think. So, the Jackal Alphas. Let's bring the camera up again. Back in a second.